Professor Simpson is a math genius and he is giving a lecture in one of his classes. His favorite student Jack is not present in the class today, but he carries on with his lecture. Suddenly, Jack comes at the door of the class and asks the permission to get in. Professor Simpson is a strict professor and he never encourages late coming. So he cannot allow Jack to get in just like that because it will impact his reputation negatively. To set an example for the class and also save his reputation, he presents a problem to Jack and told him that he would only be allowed to get in if he gives the right answer. He writes three series of numbers on the blackboard, each having three numbers, just like this. And then he writes another series of numbers on the other side of the blackboard, like this. Then he asks his question. The three series of numbers written on the left follow a pattern, which the fourth series written on the right does not. As expected, Jack gives the right answer, and he was allowed to get in. Can you figure out the answer that Jack gave? Before we start thinking and start doing calculations on the basis of various mathematical operators to find a common pattern, we first need to observe the series closely. The answer is really simple. In the first three series of numbers written on the left, all of them are in ascending order. This is the only logic and pattern that they follow, and is not fulfilled by the numbers written on the right side. Mr. Thomas is a clocksmith and has a reputation of being a math genius in the town. He makes beautiful watches and everyone loves to buy from his store. More often than usual, there are customers who ask for a discount. But Mr. Thomas cannot give discounts all the time as he and his company would run in losses then. So, to avoid this problem, he has placed six clocks in his shop just like this. All are running perfectly fine, but they show a different time. They also follow a logical pattern. The sixth clock does not have any arms as you can see. Any customer who would tell the exact time that the sixth clock should be showing would be eligible for a discount. Jack, the math genius in the previous problem, visits the store one day and he asked for a discount as well. Mr. Thomas showed him the same set of clocks and here is what he sees. Being a math genius, Jack answered the time that the sixth clock should be showing and he got a discount. Can you figure out the answer he gave? The answer is 6:30. If you look at the clocks, you will find that every next clock in the series is behind in time to the previous clock. This way it would be easy for you to calculate. So let us write down the difference of number of minutes between the clocks. This is what you find. 75 minutes, 90 minutes, 105 minutes, and 120 minutes. This gives us a math series to work upon. And as we can see, each next time 15 is added to the previous number. Hence, the next number should be 135 minutes. And that should be the difference between the last two clocks. So the last clock should be 135 minutes behind the second last one, which gives us the time 6:30. It's Professor Simpson again. During his lectures, he usually comes up with very nice math problems out of random things that he observed. And the student that gives the right answer gets a chocolate from him. This keeps his students interested during his class. During one of his lectures, he saw a car parked out of his window, and the car had a four-digit number on its number plate. He immediately came out with a word problem, and this is how he put the question to his class. The first digit is half the last digit, and the first two digits form a number which is half of the number formed by last two digits. Also, the two digits in the middle are the same. Guess who gave the right answer? You are right, it's Jack who gave the right answer. Can you figure out the answer that he gave? The answer is 4998. This number meets all the conditions. The first digit is half the last digit, and the first two digits form a number which is half of the number formed by last two digits. Also, the two digits in the middle are the same. Now let us see how to solve this using maths. If the first digit is x, the last number should be 2x. Let's assume the second digit is y, then the number formed by the first two digits should be 10x plus y. We know that the third digit is the same as the second one, that is y, and the last digit is double of the first digit, that is 2x. Hence, the number formed by the last two digits should be 10y plus 2x. Now, as the number formed by last two digits is the double of that formed by first two digits, we get the following equation. And after further simplification, we get the following equation. And we know that x and y are single digit whole numbers. Hence x is 4 and y is 9. So the number plate is 4998. It's a Saturday night and Adam is coming home from a party. He is totally drunk and is walking down the street. He is so drunk that he can't even walk properly. He takes 3 steps forward and 2 steps backward every time. And for every step backward or forward, he takes 3 seconds. Unaware that there is a pit 12 steps away from him, he keeps moving forward the same way. 3 steps forward and 2 steps backward. Can you calculate how much time it would take for him to fall in the pit? The answer is 144 seconds, that is 2 minutes and 24 seconds. Most of you would have done the initial calculation correctly. That is, it takes a total of 15 seconds for him to move 1 step forward, as it takes 3 steps forward and 2 steps backward, so a total of 5 steps and 3 seconds each, so 15 seconds. This way, for going 9 steps forward, he would take 15 multiplied by 9 is equal to 135 seconds. Now the pit is only 3 steps away. He would take those 3 steps in 9 seconds and would not be able to get back because he has already fallen into the pit. So the right answer is 135 plus 9 seconds. The answer is 144 seconds. Adam in the previous question is an orange seller, and today is Monday. He has a good harvest of orange which he has sold almost all of them in the market. He is left with only a few oranges which he is carrying with him on his way back to home. On the way back home, he meets Jason, who is his regular customer. Jason buys half of the oranges that he was carrying plus half an orange. Moving forward, he meets Christy, who repeats the order. She also buys half the oranges that he is left with plus half an orange. Later on his way, he meets Jack, who again buys half of the orange that is left with now plus half an orange. After these 3 sales, Adam realizes that he is left with no oranges at all, and during the last 3 sales, he never had to cut any oranges. Can you figure out how many oranges he was carrying when he started, and how many oranges he sold to the 3 individuals? The answer is he started with 7 oranges. He sold 4 to Jason, 2 to Christy, and 1 to Jack. To solve this using maths, you need to check the following equation.